Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, I am so absolutely utterly disappointed in Xbox, but I understand the corporate side of it. And if you guys have missed the news, as of today, Microsoft is actually shutting down many different studios for their own individualized IPs, Bethesda studios and all of that. And people are heartbroken, people are sad, but while we have been seeing a lot of gaming layoffs and tech layoffs as of per recent, this one hits a little bit more closer, mainly due to the fact of this just seemed dumb, it seemed stupid, and I'm going to elaborate out throughout this video, but I want to hear your thoughts as we kind of go and talk about this, because layoffs are never fun, especially in the gaming sphere, but like it's just, I don't know. It just kind of makes me sad. So let's go talk about this. Make sure you guys are subscribed, notifications on with the Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys want to follow. And let's go and dive on into the video itself. So if you guys have kind of missed the big news as of today, Microsoft has actually closed and shut down many various studios. Arcane Austin, the Hi-Fi Rush developer Tango Gameworks, and also even more with people on regards to Bethesda. And this is why people are sad, because there was games in the works that are being pretty much done. There are people losing their jobs, and I'm sure you guys can probably go tell the big topic of this video is that these games had a chance to go and make something new, something cool, work on unique individualized IPs, and for some odd reason, Microsoft just didn't want to let them go and cook. And this makes me a little bit sad. It might be a topic for our videos for the next 1 or 2 days because this is a disappointment. So let me first and foremost get into the kind of like the bigger news, I guess, where Microsoft closes Redfall developer, which I can maybe understand Redfall, Arcane Austin, Hi-Fi Rush developer, makes 0 sense to me, developer Tango Gameworks, and also more with these big cuts at Bethesda as the staff were told via email. Microsoft has closed a number of Bethesda studios, including Redfall maker Arcane Austin, Hi-Fi Rush, and Evil Within developer Tango Gameworks. And more in devastating cuts at Bethesda, IGN can now confirm, and people have been reporting on this all throughout today. AlphaDog Games, maker of mobile game Mighty Doom, was also closed. Roadhouse Studios will be absorbed by The Elder Scrolls Online developer ZeniMax Online Studios. Microsoft is currently valued at over $3 trillion, to not say how many staff will lose their jobs, but significant layoffs are inevitable, and this is also coming off the big wave of prior Xbox layoffs. I think they've actually done 3 waves of layoffs as of right this second. Not to go and like make it purely Xbox, although this is very disappointing news in Xbox, PlayStation and other various game studios such as Embracer Group and other big like multi-hundreds of $million companies have had a lot of issues with layoffs. Ubisoft, I think even EA has had a few claims out there. So like there's like kind of no escaping it. It happens. We understand. But one of the bigger issues over here is that, man, these studios just never had a chance to cook. The Hi-Fi Rush one is the one that hurts me the most, because I think a lot of people, myself included, really enjoy the game. It was a good game, well-made, unique concept, and of course, it didn't have any major marketing. It shadow dropped as like a bonus thing, which is maybe that was meant to be their marketing, who knows. But the game itself is also still being ported over to the Switch, I believe, and of course the PlayStation, and it was a cool game. It was a fun, something new game. And I always go on this big rant where I don't want to have the same exact games 24/7, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be playing God of War all the time, Halo all the time. You know, I like new things, I like unique things, and sometimes as a big game publisher and studio, you have to maybe go and be like, hey, we made $100 million on, let's go say, Call of Duty. We could go drop $30 million to maintain some studios and work on side projects, which at the end of the day, I think is what people should be doing. And the fact that they're not actually allowing this to happen makes me very sad. So IGN basically had a chance to go and have a comment, but they did not go and like basically want to say anything else. On Redfall, the disastrous vampire co-op game will now not actually receive any of the promised updates, which also screws over people who bought the game, although that game was a dud, let's just be honest, including an on-offline mode and new character DLCs, as Microsoft has ended all development on the game as of now, took the losses, they're not selling out anything else for that game, they're just giving up on it. Microsoft said Redfall will remain online to play and will provide a make-good offer for those who bought the Hero DLC, which in my mind, a make-good offer is you give them all their money back, and if not, you are really messing up Xbox. That's horrible. And you guys can also see over here from Arcane saying, today it was announced that Arcane Austin will close and development will not continue on Redfall. I will be honest, maybe hot take, maybe not. I don't think Redfall was good. If this was the studio that shut down, I could kind of understand why. It wasn't the world's worst game, but it was pretty bad, and you can kind of go and tell they were kind of slacking on that. Let's just be 100% honest. Other studios, though, is where I kind of like draw the line. This is understandable. Redfall was a flop. You can tell that the managers, the studio itself, there was effort put in. Don't get me wrong. I like the idea. The core idea was cool. But it was just too many years too late. The game was buggy, wasn't good marketing, undersold, didn't have that optimization issues. I can understand maybe this for a layoff. I get that. I kind of get that at least a little bit. But either way, a good make-do offer is basically paying for everything out. Like people bought DLC for funding. Arcane Line, which was working on Marvel's Blade, survives the cull, and of course you guys remember Blade has actually not been mentioned or leaked or talked about a lot. That's going to be meant to be one more of the Capcom big games coming over to Xbox at some point. I kind of actually completely even forgot this game existed until I saw this. Survives the cull, as does Bethesda's game studios such as Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and Starfield, which makes sense, and the Machine Games, which is also in working right now in the really big Indiana Jones game. Like, all of these should be fine. Same with Doom. Like, these are the big profitable IPs, and that's like understandable business-wise. I don't want to be a hater. I understand. But the one, once again, issue is that a lot of these smaller game studios are sometimes like where they took those risky games and sometimes can make closet hits. Look at Power World, look at Stardew Valley, look at all these other various games, Helldivers. And with all that, like that's where we kind of get unique games in the gaming sphere. This reprioritization of titles and resources means a few teams will be realigned to others and that some of our colleagues will be leaving us. So I can understand like trying to cut the fat down a little bit, put like the good devs on other games, focus on things that will probably make money. But once again, it just keeps on giving us the same like 10 games rehashed over and over and over again. You need something new. In an email to staff sent by Matt Booty, head of the Xbox Game Studios, Microsoft blamed the cuts on a reprioritization of titles and resources, which could also make sense too. Games like Halo need a lot more love and attention, and that was a guaranteed moneymaker versus maybe a Hi-Fi Rush that did good, but maybe put the talented devs on the game. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I'm disappointed with Xbox. They have so much money and they're making good free flow, and I understand like it's a business. You can't like just have people kind of freeloading off the business. Yeah, but like once again, like it's okay to go and spend some money on researching new games and investing in new games. I don't know why these companies don't like doing it. It's okay if like 10 games are a flop if one's a win. So today I'm sharing changes that we are making to our Bethesda and ZeniMax teams. These changes are grounded in prioritization, high-impact titles, and further investing Bethesda's portfolio. So basically being like, we want to make a new Fallout game probably, based on like, you know, the media attention, other games being slow, Starfield being mediocre. Like, go all in on the good games. Maybe, sure, I can get it, but still sad news. And beloved worlds on which you have nurtured over many decades. To double down on these franchises and invest to build new ones requires us to look across the business to identify the opportunities that are best positioned for success. This reprioritization of titles and resources means a few teams will be realigned to others and that some of our colleagues will be leaving us. So here's the changes going to affect the high-level stuff. Arcane Austin, the studio will close with some members of the team joining other studios to work on projects across Bethesda. Arcane Austin has a history of making impactful and innovative games and is a pedigree that everyone should be proud of. Redfall's previous update will be its last, and we all will basically end development on the game. The game and its servers will remain online for players to enjoy, and as well, they said they'll help us make good offers for the DLC. Alpha Dog Studios. The studio will also close. We appreciate the team's creativity in bringing Doom to new players. Mighty Doom will be sunset on August 7th. It will be turning off the ability for players to make any purchases in the game. Tango Gameworks. Tango Gameworks will also close. We are thankful for their contributions to Bethesda and players around the world. Hi-Fi Rush will be available to be players on the platform it is today, and most likely other platforms, but that's an insult. I think, if anything, that's the one that kind of gets me kind of sad. I can understand other games maybe under delivering, being kind of slacking, don't want to fund it, but Hi-Fi Rush was really well received. It's being ported to PlayStation. Like, there is potential for those devs. Let them cook. And some of these games have also, these companies have also made really big games out there too as well that have had big impacts. The team at Roundhouse Games will be joining ZeniMax Online Studios. Roundhouse has played a key role in many of our recent game launches, and bringing them into Zulz to work on Elder Scrolls Online will mean they can do even more and grow the game, which is fine. I get that. With this consolidation of our Bethesda studio teams, so we can invest more deeply in our portfolio of games and new IP, a small number of roles across like Bethesda, publishing, and corporate teams will also be eliminated. Those whose roles will be impacted will be notified today. We ask that you please treat your departing colleagues with respect and compassion. We'll provide our full support to those who are impacted in today's notifications and throughout their transitions, including severance bonuses, which is nice as well for them to at least have that and have that be like received for them, but still sucks. So at the end of the day, like people are not happy with this one. I don't like it. We're seeing the Tango stuff over here too as well with 65,000 favorites. So people are probably really hurt, at least on Tango. Some of the other studios, they got some like, reception. Once again, like some of these games have made really, really big games at the end of the day. But it's sad because at this point, like, there is just a lot of cuts coming out over here, which is crazy because this is right as Bethesda is getting a lot of goodwill with the Fallout show, which is horrible to go and see. And it makes us sad. Like I said, I think the Hi-Fi Rush is the one that hurts the most. And yeah, a lot of people consider that to be one of the best Xbox games in recent years. Tweeting in April 2023, Aaron Greenberg, VP, Xbox Games Marketing at Microsoft, addressed concerns that Hi-Fi Rush has failed to meet sales targets, calling the game a breakout hit for us and our players in all key measurements and expectations. We couldn't be happier with what the team at Tango delivered with a surprise release, and then once again, it is still gone. It's just sad. Like, we're seeing all this type of stuff. We're seeing layoffs everywhere. Once again, some studios I understand, some I'm disappointed in. I want to hear your thoughts on everything down below.